G'day world. Welcome to my stream. I'm Sarsaparilla Jane and I'm going to lead us through a little bit of news first. And then I did change the title of the stream, but I'm having... Oh, yes, it looks like it has updated now. So I'm going to do a bit of world news first and then I'm going to play some Fortnite Save the World. I got a few missions of those to do. So, but first, the news. It's, been a bit depressing this week, so let's open up the screen. Here we go. Yes, things between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon have escalated more. So a couple of stories from yesterday, and then I think there's one from a few hours ago. So let's have a look. And some of these stories I've sort of got some that gives us the opinion of it's got a Hezbollah guy talking, and then we've got like an Israeli guy, like the defense minister or whatever whoever he is. Anyway, we get to hear from both sides. So, but first we're going to look at this little, I guess, introductory one for today's news. As I say, this has been escalating over the past week or so, you know, the pages and everything. So this is sort of since then what's been going on. So both of them have been exchanging attacks. I would say this is northern Israel. This is, so, you know, in northern Israel, they had evacuated. I think this happened like a few months ago, but I guess there's a few civilian areas or areas where civilians might have remained, or maybe military areas. I don't know. Don't know the area, but it's in northern Israel. So, but I do think that there was some rockets that came in further. Anyway, let's have a look. More shit. I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
קיבלתי, כמו כן פגשתי גם את הדיירים בחוץ.
So this would be southern Lebanon, and we've seen, you know, thousands upon thousands of people fleeing from southern Lebanon. So we don't need to make threats, and we won't specify. How we will respond to aggression. We've entered a new phase titled Open-Ended Battle of Reckoning. Where we monitor the support and confrontation front, while every now and then we kill them, referring to Israel, and fight them. From where they expect and beyond. You know, I mean, they've got to defend their country and their sovereignty and stuff too, I guess, you know. And so we would expect to be able to retaliate if there were attacks. And as I said in earlier broadcasts, they're also kind of the only people that are, them and the Houthis, you know, the only people that are really defending Palestinians or doing anything to try and stop what's happening in Gaza. And so this is sort of the response that they've received for that, which, you know, is not surprising. But you can expect that they're gonna then, of course, retaliate. So, you know, but I mean, they've actually been pretty restrained. You know, they've actually had a few attacks, and then, you know, they didn't all out attack, and now they're saying, yeah, it has crossed the line.
הפגיעה של צה"ל בשרשרת הפיקוד של חיזבאללה היא מסר ברור.
Sorry, I missed that first little bit that he said. So this is the Israel Chief of General Staff, Herzi Halevi. The IDF strike against Hezbollah's chain of command is a clear message to Hezbollah. It has hurt it badly, and it is also a message to the entire Middle East and beyond. We will reach anyone who threatens the citizens of Israel. Okay. So no one says a day ago. I don't know. It's obviously over 24 hours. So this one was from 18 hours ago. Fresh wave of Israeli strikes in Lebanon leaves scores dead. This one says 180 people have been killed, 700 injured. A large cloud of smoke billowed above a village in southern Lebanon. I don't think there's any sun. After Israel launched a fresh wave of strikes targeting Hezbollah, the strikes came as the Israeli military warned people in Lebanon. And from what I understand, they sent the messages through their phones in Arabic so they'd understand, to evacuate, which, again, how are they getting into these devices? But anyway, living in or near buildings where the group was hiding weapons to evacuate. So they warned people who were near where they're hiding weapons. But as we'll find out soon, they justify that everywhere. They're hiding weapons everywhere, like Gaza. Simultaneously targeting Lebanon's southeastern, too fast, Guardian, eastern Bekaa Valley and northern regions near Syria. They were the most widespread strikes on Hezbollah in nearly a year of conflict. Cross-border exchanges of fire took place overnight in northern Israel as explosions lit up the sky.
Flares. He's dropping flares.
Who the bomb?
No, the plane.
The Israeli military said it had intercepted a drone
Israeli. He's dropping flares.
launched from Iraq that crossed into Israel from Syrian territory. I don't know.
He's getting a missile.
Lebanese citizens rushed to pick up their children after some schools closed early amid fears of an all-out war. There was heavy traffic heading north from Lebanon's southern coastal city of Sidon, as some residents fled with their belongings. Israel claims to have struck 300 Hezbollah targets in Lebanon. Scores of people have been killed, including women, children, and paramedics. Remember, they tell you that they have targeted intelligence on these attacks so that they're extremely precise. According to Lebanon's health ministry. All right. 17 hours ago, so this would be just basically the same story, but just from USA Today. So we'll have a little, again, just different footage, more footage. Israel escalates Lebanon strikes. Israel executed its most widespread set of airstrikes on Lebanon in nearly a year. Wow, you can see it, look at that in the background. All these places where bombs have gone up, or missiles. Civilians were told to move away from Hezbollah posts.
We advise civilians from Lebanese villages located in and next to buildings and areas used by Hezbollah for military purpose, such as those used to store weapons, to immediately move out of harm's way for their own safety.
Okay, so recognize that message is in English. So, but apparently they did warn them in Arabic via their phones. But remember, not everybody has a phone. I mean, I live in Australia and I've got a friend that has a phone, but it's not connected to the internet or anything. She doesn't use the internet. You know, not everybody has this access to this sort of technology, and not everybody wants it. And so, you know, anyway, but apparently, yeah. So this message sounds like they're trying to talk to the Lebanese people, you know, but really this is a message for us and for the Israeli people, so that we think that they're doing something to warn civilians to get out of the way. At least 100 were killed and more than 400 wounded. Israel struck more than 300 Hezbollah targets from the last story. Strikes between Israel and Hezbollah spiked recently after pages and radios exploded across Lebanon in an Israeli-linked attack. President Biden said he was worried about rising tension in the Middle East.
Yes, I am, but we're going to do everything we can to keep a wider war from breaking out. And we're still pushing hard. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, check out these other videos from USA.
All right. So, this one was from 5 hours ago. So I don't think this is the message that we just watched. This is one that he did earlier today. Just make sure that the level is good for you.
Today, based on precise intelligence, we conducted extensive strikes against Hezbollah terror targets in Lebanon that posed an imminent threat. The IDF struck 1,300 targets until now, including long-range cruise missiles, heavyweight rocket with 1,000 kilo warhead. This is the same type of rocket that was used in the Majd al-Shams attack that killed 12 innocent children. We also struck a short and medium-range rockets and UAVs, all capable of attacking deep inside Israeli territory and causing major damage to civilian towns and cities. As part of our efforts to mitigate harms to civilians, we provided advance warning to civilians in specific villages in Lebanon where Hezbollah embedded its military assets and weapons, and warned them to move out of harm's way. However,
again, they're always, they're going to say all the time that these people are hiding within the civilian population, that the weapons are in their homes, and they'll show you fancy graphics in order to try and justify what they're saying. And it's, you know, fancy graphics.
However, even as we called on civilians to move away from danger, we saw that Hezbollah operatives were doing the opposite and acted to prevent civilian moving safety. This is because
this is the same sort of rhetoric that we hear about Gaza and stuff like that over and over again. They just say the same thing. So, like, I just have very, you know, I really have a hard time believing that it's 100% true what he's saying, you know? I mean, I'm sure that they have had to move people out of northern Israel and stuff, but they're escalating this and they say that they warn all these civilians, but civilians are being killed, and they just want to keep telling us this story that, you know, these things are hidden in people's homes, that they're keeping like they're keeping missiles in civilian garages and stuff. It's just insanity.
Hezbollah uses civilian population and civilian homes as a human shield for its terrorist
Human shield hyperbole. Again, it's the same thing.
activities. Today, we exposed this strategy, showing how Hezbollah uses civilian homes as a cover.
How? Because they bombed it. I don't know how they proved it.
For their deadly weapons. In these images, you can see how Hezbollah hides long-range rockets with range of hundreds of kilometers inside the attic of a house in the heart of Khumin al-Takhta village in southern Lebanon. You can see here that the rocket is stored on an hydraulic system and is prepared for a launch out of an opening in the roof, directed at the...
Okay, so I can't see an opening in the roof, but whatever. And there's nothing to prove to me that this is an attic.
communities in northern Israel, and more than that. Under this attic, a family lives and serves as a human shield for Hezbollah. The IDF strikes today, we saw many...
We don't see any sort of evidence of that, though. We see this missile, you know, the angry missile, but we don't see the evidence of this family that apparently were living underneath this missile.
Secondary explosion.
That's set to go off, by the way, over their heads.
Such as
in
this.
Time.
Behind every secondary explosions, there's a building containing deadly munitions, rockets and missiles, triggering such a reaction like you see here. It is likely that some of the casualties are from these secondary explosions. Here you can see a house used by Hezbollah to store its weapons. In the footage...
So whatever. Oh, it was the injuries are from secondary explosions, not the ones that we did. What?
Here, following our strike
off,
on
guys.
the weapon, secondary explosions can be clearly seen, and a rocket fired and hit a nearby house.
Do we want like World War for these people and whatever it is that they're trying to achieve, like ultimately in this place? I just don't understand. Anyway, and so what we have, this is why it's hard to believe what they say. I mean, they went in and they shut down the offices in Jerusalem, I think it was. They shut down offices, I think in Gaza. Like, here we go. 2 days ago, Israel raided and shut down Al Jazeera in Ramallah in the West Bank. There really isn't much journalists like left in the area because they just don't want anyone to see. And then they want to give us a graphic and they want to show us some pictures and exaggerate what those pictures mean or just make up what those... I don't know. How can I know? Because there's no third party in there that can really tell me. And the third party that is in there, the UN or aid workers, they're being blown up as well. And they're also being accused of being Hamas by Israel, you know? So... there's no journalists. There's no, like, legit journalists in there. So who knows? Who knows what's going on in there? They're going to just leave it open in the end if they just keep doing this. So this is them raiding Al Jazeera in the West Bank. Okay, so for those that don't know, and I'm sure a lot of people do know by now, I would hope so, that people would know where these different areas are. So, I don't know if this one... The West Bank is this area here of Israel, okay? And you've got Gaza, which is down here, and the West Bank is this area here. And so this is supposed to be this area in here, and this is supposed to be Palestinian land, yeah? But they also live under... a lot of oppression. You've also got the settlers like encroaching, obviously, and that whole thing that's going on in there. But remember, they're supposed to be at war in Gaza, where Hamas is. Now they're coming in West Bank and taking Al Jazeera out, taking out the journalists there.
We're just going to break into some news that's coming in our Al Jazeera office in occupied West Bank. Has just been raided by the Israeli military in the last few minutes. They've handed over a letter, a note that's been given to our bureau chief, Walid Al-Amri, and he's been reading it out live on air to our sister channel, Al Jazeera Arabic, our Al Jazeera office in Ramallah, which is in the occupied West Bank. The bureau has been raided. Israeli troops have stormed the network office. They've also said that the staff members that are there overnight have to evacuate within 10 minutes. They've told them to take their personal belongings with them and to leave any equipment behind. Obviously, our cameras are still rolling. You can see we've got some live pictures there from the Al Jazeera office, from the bureau. They've received a military order that will shut down the bureau for 45 days.
Like the storming a media office with army dudes with machine guns and shit. I just don't understand why they get away with it and why the West kind of pussyfoots around it and or outright supports them. Just don't get it. Just don't get it. Okay. So that's us caught up on Israel and Palestine. Oh, there is this story just from the wider Middle East, that dozens dead. There was an explosion in a coal mine. It's not war related or anything. Explosion in Iranian coal mine. Oh yeah.
Coal mine in eastern Iran killed at least 52 workers and injured 17 others, local sources said on Sunday. The disaster marks one of the worst mining incidents in the country's history, as others remained missing hours after the blast. Weeping miners stood alongside mine cars that brought up the bodies of their colleagues, all covered in coal dust. The Iranian Red Crescent Society is working on rescuing those still trapped below the surface. Authorities blamed the blast on a leak of methane gas. Such gases are common in mining, though modern safety measures call for ventilation and other measures to protect workers. It wasn't immediately clear what safety measures were in place at the mine in Tabas.
I wonder, this was a day ago. Let's see if they've made any progress. Let's put trapped miners. Death toll after explosion. At least 38, 14 still missing, 50 killed. That's 2 days ago. Not much immediately visible on any progress with that story. 14, so is that better than the 17 here? I don't know. Horrible thought, like, when miners get trapped and stuff, that's so scary. Just the thought of it, and, you know, it's like caves and stuff. Very scary. So, this horrible story, America yet again, 2 days ago, mass shooting. This one was a bit weird, actually. They talked about multiple shooters. So we might, since this was 2 days ago, we'll have a little browse on this one as well.
A mass shooting in the US state of Alabama has left at least 4 people dead and dozens wounded. Police say multiple shooters fired on a group of people in the 5 Points South district of Birmingham just after 11 p.m. local time. 2 men and a woman were found dead at the scene. A 4th victim died at a local hospital. These are the latest pictures we're showing you now. Dozens of people were wounded, with at least 4 sustaining life-threatening injuries. Police have not taken anyone into custody as far as we know right now.
Okay, cool.
And in the last few minutes, we have heard that President Biden, according to reports, has said that he will announce a new executive order on gun laws. Again, we don't have any specific details.
An executive order on gun laws. Oh, we'll check this out at the end of the story.
On that now, but let's recap again some of those major lines, as this is a fast developing story, with our news correspondent Steve Nibbs. Steve, I know we mentioned some of it now, but for people tuning in and just to recap this event, what is it we know?
Yeah, we know that at 11 o'clock last night in Birmingham, in Alabama, in the 5 Points South area. This is a really busy part of the city, popular with bars and restaurants. There would have been a lot of people around last night. Police say that a number of shooters fired multiple rounds into a group of people in the streets. As you say, we know that 2 men and a woman died at the scene, with a 4th person passing away in hospital. Dozens of other people were injured in this attack, and 4 people are in hospital with life-threatening injuries at the moment. We know, as you say, that no arrests have been made. There are a number of agencies involved in this investigation, including the FBI. They are actively looking for the people responsible, and obviously looking for a motive for the attack. But this is the breaking news we've had in the last hour of this latest mass shooting in America.
And could you give us a reminder, Steve, about how many mass shootings there have been in the past year, and also how that's exactly defined?
Yeah, there's an organisation called the Gun Violence Archive, and they compile statistics on incidents like this. And they define a mass shooting as an incident where 4 or more people are injured. And they say that this incident in Alabama brings to 403 the number of mass shootings in America this year alone. And that compares
403 mass shootings. So shootings where where 4 or more people were killed. That's shocking.
to 656 last year. And as you say, we've just heard that the President, Joe Biden, is going to announce a new executive action on gun violence. We have no other details on that at the moment, but obviously this comes at an important time with the US election coming our way later this year.
A mass shooting in the US.
Shush. Okay, let's go and have a look then. Alabama shooting, because like there's a couple of weird things there. We've got multiple shooters. So why was that? Maybe it's like gang violence. 5 points. Still looking for information. Still don't even know. Up to $100,000 in reward offered. Multiple people open fire. What the hell? For tips to solve the Birmingham shooting that left 4 people dead. Offering combined reward of up to $100,000 for information to help identify multiple people who opened fire in a bustling entertainment district on Saturday night as part of what they called a targeted hit that left 4 people dead and 17 injured, including many bystanders caught in the barrage of bullets. 3 unresponsive people later declared dead. 4th victim was pronounced dead at the hospital. The police identified the 4 people killed as Anitra Holloman, 21, Taj Booker, 27, Carlos McCain, 27, and Roderick Lynn Patterson, 26, Patterson Jr. I don't want to read the memorial on them. Targeted attack. Police believe the shooters were carrying out a hit on one person and the other victims were caught in the crossfire. Someone was willing to pay money to have that person killed. Detectives are still working to determine who may have been the intended target. police are not discussing whether the shooting was tied to gang activity and would not confirm if the intended target was among those killed. More than 100 shell casings were recovered from the scene. It must be so incredibly frightening, you know. This happens just every other day in America. Like there's 365 days in the year, and y'all already had over 400 mass shootings. Yes, that is like a horror movie. There's got to be something that can be done, you know, like. Even if criminals do get hold of guns, like just reducing the amount of guns in the country, you know, have got to make a difference. Hi, Rumalu. It's nice to see you here. Thank you for joining me. Anyway, okay, we're almost finished on the news. Oh, I might have a few more stories. A little depressing, but we're you know, we're getting there. We're out, actually, we're sort of out of some of the depressing news. We've got so it's been 2 months since they first had their election. They first started their election. Like I don't understand the French elections. They're like really massive, and it goes through all these different rounds and all this stuff. And I don't know. And there's different levels. Like I think they've got like a prime minister and a president, and then the president has to like confirm the government. And so this is the first meeting of the cabinet that has been put together after 2 months of election stuff.
French Prime Minister Michel Barnier gathered his ministers for a Monday morning government breakfast ahead of the cabinet's first official meeting later in the day. The 39-member cabinet includes ministers primarily from French President Emmanuel Macron's centrist alliance and the Conservative Republicans. The French presidential palace unveiled the centre-right government on Saturday, more than 2 months after elections produced a hung parliament and deepened political divisions.
I thought that they'd got like some left-leaning, maybe it was a different election I was thinking about, and there was like they'd like, I don't know. Anyway, so we've ended up, finally, it's been decided, so there's a centre government, which I believe Macron's centre, and then you've got a lot of conservatives got it.
A left-wing coalition secured the most seats in the mid-year contest, but failed to win an outright majority. Barnier put together the government after weeks of difficult negotiations, with Macron giving it the final tick of approval. The Prime Minister's first major political test will come on October the 1st, when he is set to deliver his general policy speech to the National Assembly.
Okay. So I just thought I'd put that one, chuck that one in, a bit of world news, and since it took them so long to, sort of finalise their government, that's their regular process, but, it took so long for that to happen, and so it's been finalised. Okay, I sort of keep tossing up whether I want to discuss this one first, or because later I have a couple of other things that I want to discuss in the nuclear realm of things. So, as we've been discussing, but I guess I'll look at it now. So this is a nuclear power plant in, I think this is Pennsylvania. I think, anyway, we can have a look. Let's see. Yeah, Pennsylvania. So this is I've included this one because it's quite interesting, actually, reopening to power their data centers. Okay, so 3 Mile Island, the power plant near Middletown, Pennsylvania, that was the scene of the worst commercial nuclear accident in US history, will reopen to power Microsoft's data centers, which are responsible for powering the tech giant's cloud computing and artificial intelligence programs. Constellation Energy, which bills itself as America's largest producer of clean, carbon-free energy, announced on Friday that it had signed its largest ever power purchase agreement with Microsoft. Powering industries critical to our nation's global economic and technological competitiveness, including data centers, requires an abundance of energy that is carbon-free and reliable every hour of every day. And the nuclear plants are the only energy sources that can consistently deliver on that promise. Apparently, this is to power their AI, like their AI program things. So yeah, it needs a lot of power, obviously. The deal will create approximately 3,400 jobs and bring in more than $3 billion in state and federal taxes. It's also said the agreement will add $16 billion to Pennsylvania's GDP. The agreement will span 20 years and the plant's expected to reopen in 2028, and it will be renamed the Crane Clean Energy Center in honor of Chris Crane. Over there, where it won't fall. Beautiful, thank you. And so, yeah, what is this? I'm not contributing. I hardly ever come here. All right, so, just an interesting one that they need a nuclear plant to power their AI. So yeah, getting big tech. Big power. And here's some more Elon news. We've got a few Elon stories here. This one's quite interesting. Cards Against Humanity are suing Elon Musk and says that SpaceX is trespassing on its land. Now, I'm actually, I'm a bit of a space fan, so, I actually don't have anything against SpaceX, and I want it to succeed, but it does have some, there's environmental issues around SpaceX and, well, around rockets in general and stuff. And, but it's also something that you learn. We learn a lot, science is important. But we have rules. And Elon Musk doesn't like following rules always. And I guess that's what people like about him sometimes, he's a bit of a contrarian. So Cards Against Humanity sues Elon Musk, says SpaceX is trespassing on its land. Cards Against Humanity, of all things, is calling out Elon Musk over allegations that SpaceX has been dumping construction equipment on land that the game company owns in Texas. And they bought this apparently as like a nature reserve. So Elon Musk's rocket building activities in Texas have led to a lawsuit from a surprising plaintiff, the party game Cards Against Humanity. On Friday, Cards Against Humanity announced it's suing SpaceX for allegedly, oh my God, is it going to repeat the same thing 20 times? For allegedly trespassing and dumping construction equipment on a plot of land it owns along the Texas-Mexico border. Cards Against Humanity originally bought the acres of vacant land in 2017 to protest former President Trump's plan to build a border wall, which it called wasteful and a danger to the local environment. The game company now alleges that an even richer, more racist billionaire, Elon Musk, has been trespassing on the land without permission, resulting in tractors and construction work from SpaceX encroaching on the area. God, he only just moved down there, didn't he? Or was that Twitter? I don't know, he moved one of his companies down there. Maybe it was Tesla. Maybe SpaceX has always been down there. After we caught him, SpaceX gave us a 12-hour ultimatum to accept a lowball offer for less than half our land's value. We said, go fuck yourself, Elon. We'll see you in court. Cards Against Humanity wrote in a new website dedicated to taking on Musk. As evidence, the company has supplied photos that show several construction vehicles and building materials on the plot of land that Cards Against Humanity said used to be untouched. The company has since filed a lawsuit in Texas demanding that SpaceX pay up to $15 million in damages to help restore the property. I'm obviously on the side of Cards Against Humanity. I don't even play the game. I think it's a bit I don't know, goes a bit far for my taste, but that's fine, you know. All in good fun, I guess. But yeah, it's just not in my taste, but good on them. The lawsuit alleges that SpaceX has been treating the land as its own for the past 6 months. The site was cleared of vegetation. Really? Wait, did they do this? They just cleared the vegetation off someone else's land? And the soil was compacted with gravel or other substance to allow SpaceX and its contractors to run and park its vehicles all over the property. What the fuck? Generators were brought in to run equipment and lights while work was being performed before and after daylight. What, not on their land? Mate, like, weren't they just passing through? Like, but they... What? How the land looked. No way. They just come in and do that to someone else's land. Like, it looks like they built a whole fucking building on it. No way. The company wins the legal battle. It plans on distributing $100 to each of its 150,000 backers who originally paid $15 to Cards Against Humanity to buy the plot of land in 2017. The lawsuit, I reckon they should get more than that. I reckon that they deserve, that is just, that's disgusting. I don't understand how that would even be possible to even, pull that off, even without the court thing, how brazen. The lawsuit may seem like a political marketing stunt when Cards Against Humanity is known for other pranks, including sending poop to its customers. Still, the legal tussle overscores the growing complaints and scrutiny surrounding SpaceX Starbase facility in Texas, where it's been developing a Starship, a rocket designed to send humans to moon and Mars. See, no, I don't think it's not to send humans. It's to send, humans, but 1% of humans, even 0.001% of humans to Mars, spewing their rocket gas and shit all over us, right? While we all keep mining, and they'll mine up in Mars too, but they'll be living in their nice little biodomes, which they're not even going to bother to build for us here. They're just going to spew their rocket dust all over us. And then what happens? We're all here digging up all the stuff that we just put on their rocket and send off to Mars again. G'day, horror freak. Nice to see you again. Thanks for joining me. On its website, Cards Against Humanity also claims it isn't alone in facing problems with SpaceX rocket activities in Texas. The company links to an article from Reuters documenting complaints of SpaceX growth in the area as unfair and unchecked. The same article also reports that SpaceX employees themselves have complained about rush projects, shoddy contractors, and orders to build before authorities had approved construction, which we've heard about that sort of stuff with these other little ventures that he does. I just wish it was sort of because it's a space thing. So I kind of really wish that it was like it is legit. And it might be the only way they can get these bloody astronauts back, But I just wish it wasn't Elon, I guess, because I just don't feel like his reason is true. It's to save himself. you know, and to go up into Mars so that he can like mine more shit to maybe to make more batteries, which is a good thing too, but I don't know. I think he's doing it to escape. It's not for us. It's not for our benefit. I don't believe. I have a hard time believing in that he's doing anything for everybody else's benefit. SpaceX didn't immediately respond to requests for comment, but last week the company published a post that slammed government reviews of its environmental impacts as going too far. The narrative that we operate free of or in defiance of environmental regulation is demonstrably false, the company added. Elon also called on US lawmakers to rein in the FAA, claiming it's committing regulatory overreach with a recent fine against SpaceX. I'm not sure who's the FAA. What? Oh. Regulatory over recent fine. I don't know what that one's about, but geez, if they really did that to somebody else's land, that's pretty suckful, you know. Like, I want to support SpaceX for the cool things that it does. That's not cool though. Same with like I want to support like Tesla and like the batteries and all that technology, but he went and like cooed some country so that he could get lithium for those things, you know? So they could get it cheaper, so they could get the lithium cheaper. More Elon news. We've got the Secret Service are investigating him about those weird posts that he did. Like, honestly, these are not things that you say. You know, he said the quiet things out loud. And so the Secret Service is investigating a since deleted post on X by Elon in which he wrote on Sunday, "No one is even trying to assassinate President Joe Biden or Vice President Kamala Harris, following 2 assassination attempts on former President Donald Trump," which we also know that's not true. Like, people have tried. We just don't hear about it. Maybe we'll just read these bits. In response to Bloomberg's Freedom of Information Act request for files the agency has on Musk's post, the Secret Service said that it compiled records for law enforcement purposes while noting they were being withheld because their disclosure could interfere with enforcement proceedings. So are they planning to do some sort of enforcement for this? Like, I don't know, because then he'll like kick up her whole free speech, but like, you can't incite. You can't incite. Free speech comes with responsibility, and you can't incite people. Like, and that post was implying something. You know, he can pretend it was a joke, but it was implying something, and it wasn't funny. Wasn't funny. On Sunday, Musk shared a post that's asked people why people would want to kill Trump, and responded before deleting his post, and no one's even trying to assassinate Biden, Kamala. Like, that's not funny. I mean, how would, like, most ordinary people understand you don't make a post like that either, that this is the quiet stuff, you know, that you don't say out loud. And he just, like, that's the state of the world that we're in, that people feel comfortable enough to say things like that. Sure, there's backlash, but like, the fact that he thought that it was okay to say something like that in the first place, that he didn't see something wrong with that in the first place. Musk later suggested it was a joke, saying just because I say something on a group and they laugh doesn't mean that it's going to be all that hilarious. I say something to a group, but his group is like everybody that he's forced to follow him on Twitter. You know, the Secret Service reportedly said earlier this week it was aware of Musk's post, adding the agency would not comment on matters involving protective intelligence, and that it investigates all threats related to our protectees. Neither Musk or his attorney immediately responded to requests for comment. I don't really want to read more about it. Here he's getting in trouble for missing a testimony on Twitter. So when he like did all that stuff over the Securities Exchange Commission, this was such a huge story. Like it just went like into like all these like different rabbit holes, you know. Grimes was involved, like there was like Alicia Banks or something was also involved, like all in this Twitter story. And then he was ended up having, I don't know, he was forced to buy it. No, maybe that was Tesla. I don't know. The guy's involved in so much weird stuff. The Securities and Exchange Commission is planning to bring sanctions against Elon Musk after his failure to testify for the agency's investigation into his $44 billion Twitter buyout, according to Friday court filing. Though a new testimony date has been made for early October. So he didn't show for his September 10 appearance in Los Angeles, which noted that the SEC intends to seek an order to demand Musk to explain why he should not be held in civil contempt. He did tell them that he would testify then. So the scheduling conflicts stem from SpaceX rocket launch Musk attended, with the tech executive notifying the SEC of his intention to attend the launch 3 hours before his testimony was supposed to begin. Oh, you can guarantee that wasn't his plan originally. I don't know. Look, they're going to sanction him. So this is the Securities and Exchange Commission. That's right. So there was this issue over Tesla stocks when he floated that, and it was going to become on the stock exchange, and that involved like Grimes and Alicia Banks and all of them. And then I think the Securities and Exchange Commission have kind of been after him like since then. Same story from Reuters. All right. So now I don't want to go too much into this one today. Oh, I've got a little bit of Australian news, but there is a documentary. It's an old documentary that I want to watch, and so I might play the trailer for it now, and then we'll just do the last of these Australian stories, and then I'll leave the other nuclear stories that I have till, I'm thinking tomorrow. I want to do a react to the, I watched this documentary, I don't know, 12 years ago or something. And I'd like to do a react to it. And so, yeah, here's the trailer for it. I don't know. I'd like to do either tomorrow afternoon or maybe on Thursday night to do a react to this documentary.
We have a legacy of real trouble in this country because of those British atomic tests.
It's our thing, it's our stuff. Although we never call it uranium. We didn't know what uranium word is. We got our own name for that.
Dark, 12 hours, sometimes 13 hours a day, 7 days a week. We went around all the time in shorts and boots. And there were certain areas you couldn't go to. You had to go through and get dressed up in this white outfit and go forward, you know, and do the job, then come back and you get showered and they'd take the radiation reading. But the parts where we were working in, doing the fencing, was all no more than 150 hours away from an atomic bomb, which had went off 4 months earlier.
Had been detonated, and you could see the shape of the fireball burnt into the steel legs at the bottom of the aluminium tower. We remained there for about 30 minutes because we had to gather information that would deteriorate if it was left there any longer. The fission products die down very quickly. It's the alpha producing ones that take a long time to decay. They're in the thousands of years half-life. Not very dangerous when they're outside the body, but once they're in the body, they usually go to places like the bone marrow.
The government insists that there was no hazard. And indeed, 50 years later, I have a letter from the present Prime Minister, Mr. John Howard, who claims that there was no hazard to either the servicemen concerned or to the people of this country. Now, I'm very sorry, but you don't have to be an intellectual genius to work out that if the aircrew men at Operation Totem in 1953 had their aircrew clothing taken from them, they had their boots taken from them, navigation gear was taken from them, and buried in a grave on the Woomera airfield. If they later on cut up 4 of the Lincoln bomber aircraft because they were so badly contaminated.
At the end of 1989, I became Minister for Aboriginal Affairs, and I went to Britain to argue the case for compensation and clean-up of the Maralinga lands, because what was left behind was americium, strontium-90, uranium, plutonium, dispersed plutonium all over the place. I have real doubts about the success of the clean-up. All they did was put pile dirt all over the radioactive material.
Number one, palang lo yaring balware different urania everywhere. Fortune, only Maralinga, Poyogotuka, just finished. Lots of family, lots of brother, and should be wearing a Maralinga.
All of a sudden, you did March and Anne's that day. Have you seen Tommy? Or I don't know what his name was. Yeah. Oh no, he passed away last year. What from? Cancer. And then you started to think to yourself, for God's sake, there's no one here has dropped dead from a heart attack. They're all dying of cancer.
So, I know I'm keen to do it tomorrow. Perhaps sort of early afternoon. So it'd be like a few hours before what I started today's stream. Because a lot of people don't know that the British conducted nuclear testing in Australia, like on the mainland, in South Australia. And they call it Maralinga. And so, and it's quite disgraceful how that was undertaken, and then the fallout from it as well, like literal nuclear fallout from that. And so you don't see, like, there might be some newer stuff, but you very, very rarely see anything in the mainstream. Looks like there's one here. But this documentary I remember was incredibly moving, and it made me realize that even I had been like affected by that radiation cloud and that fallout, like, so yeah. And I guess there's probably like an element of that in everywhere in Australia. Like it really poisoned our land, and what they did to the people that were living in the area where they conducted, obviously the Aboriginal people that were living in the area where they conducted these tests, and how they moved them on and stuff like that. And so it's a really, really interesting documentary, but it's really old. But like I said, you don't hear much about this nuclear testing, and very rarely do you ever get any mainstream, or newer documentaries about it, especially. And I guess, what's also good about the documentary, which I don't know if I've actually mentioned the name, it is here, Australian Atomic Confessions, is that it talks to people who have probably passed at this stage, so we actually get first-hand accounts from people that were there or were, one generation removed from it, things like that. So we get a more close-hand account. So I don't know, I'm thinking I might do it tomorrow. I'm really keen to sort of do it. I don't want to leave it to the end of the week, and because I don't want to bring a downer onto the weekend. But I think that this would be a really good one to check out and do a react to on stream. So I might put up as I've said before last week, the scheduling thing on Twitch, because I'm only a new streamer, it doesn't allow me to actually just say I'm going to do like a single stream at this time, and it slots it in for several weeks, but I might slot it in so that people know exactly when I plan to do the react for this documentary, and then I'll just delete it after, delete the schedule for the following weeks after that. But at this moment, I am trying to keep to at least the Friday one. But yeah, I kind of want to schedule this one in just so that people can see, and it might come up on follower lists and stuff, that I'm going to do that react to this particular documentary. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Tomorrow, I'm thinking maybe Thursday. I'll have to talk to my daughter, see when she wants to go to the gym. Came back to the gym today. If it is, then I'll do it like on Thursday night. Okay, a little bit of Australian news. I'm not going to do these nuclear ones. We'll do them when I do the because they're not sort of timely, and I'll do them when I do this. Even though they're nuclear power, I'll do them when I do the Atomic Confessions documentary. All right, so a couple of Australian stories. We've got Woolworths and Coles are being sued by the ACCC. I always get them mixed up. Here they are, the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission. We've got pretty strong consumer laws here in Australia, and I've noticed that Coles and Woolies have been doing some little bit, walking that borderline on some of the rules. I worked in an op shop, and there was all these signs up about in the staff room about how you've got to price something so that you're not breaking the law. And I've noticed going shopping recently, things like where they'll have a Coles down, but it's the same colour as the clearance ticket. And so you think that it's on special, but it's not. It's just a down to their regular price that they've just reduced the price of. And so I'm pretty sure that's illegal. So I'm not sure that's exactly what they're going after him for, but I'd say that that's probably it. At a time, most people are trying to cut their weekly grocery bills. Australia's supermarket giants have been hit with legal action for allegedly misleading shoppers over the price of hundreds of products. They announced that they're launching separate actions in the federal court against the largest and second largest grocery chains, Coles and Woolies. The ACC alleges the two have systematically misled customers over price discounts on hundreds of everyday products. The ACC chair said the alleged wrongdoing involves the sales of tens of millions of products, reaping significant extra revenue for the businesses. And remember, even if they just charge you 10 cents more than the shelf price, it scans, more than that sale ticket said, that little bit, 10 cents, and they're getting that from 1 million customers, it adds up. It adds up. I remember there was a scam I don't know, it was like a couple of decades ago or so, and there was like this bank, and they might have even reported this in the Rolling Stone, and it got uncovered during the global financial crisis in 2008. And what they'd been doing was they were taking that 1 cent or 0.1 of a cent or something in interest and from all these different accounts, and it just added up, and it added up to millions and millions of dollars just by grabbing that 0.1 of a cent out of all these different accounts. So, you know, yeah, when your muffins overscan, make sure you get them for free and make sure that they fix the price on the shelf or in the scanner or whatever, because they'll just hit the next person hoping to get away with it there. So Woolies' list of 266 items included Arnott's Tim Tams, Dolmio sauces, Dorito salsa, a whole bunch of stuff, right? While 245 products allegedly targeted by Coles included the Arnott's again, Band-Aids, cheese, right? Some of the products alleged to have false or misleading pricing. So I wonder but they're not really telling us what they were. These were not one-off pricing errors, which I just spoke about with where it scans wrong. You know, usually those are one-off, but if they don't change the price, you know, they're getting away with something there. Especially people don't check their receipts and stuff. The ACCC alleges the misleading conduct took place over 20 months as part of the Woolworths price dropped and Coles down promotional campaigns. See, I knew they have been playing up with their downs and their prices dropped. And they're making them look like they're on clearance or they're on special. Oh no, look, we got alleges on repeated occasions strategy was to temporarily raise the price of goods before applying the so-called discount. And then they go, it's a down. The approach meant that although the boldly placed coloured discount tickets showed a reduction from the previous regular price of the product, the discounted price was still higher than the price before the temporary price rise. Oh my God. I didn't even notice that. The ACCC gave the example of how customers were allegedly misled over savings on a 370-gram pack of Oreo original biscuits. From at least January 1, 2021 till November 27, 2022, Woolworths offered the Oreos at a regular price of $3.50 on a pre-existing prices drop promotion. Then, on November 28, the price was increased to $5 for 22 days. And on December 20, the product was placed on a prices drop promotion with tickets showing prices dropped. Price of $4.50 was $5. Prices dropped. Price of $4.50 was, in fact, 29% higher than the previous $3.50. So they put it up for a short time and then they drop it and go down. So the ACC doesn't regulate the prices, but it does act on breaches of like the Consumer Act, especially like false and misleading claims about the prices and goods. So we have a lot of protections for that in Australia. And, you know, they only really go after them, I think, after people complain. But when it's so egregious like this was, because like everybody needs to go shopping, right? And so you're eventually, someone from the ACCC is going to go shopping and notice that they're doing this shit, you know? And whereas someone from the ACCC might not play Fortnite or something and go, hey, there's gambling in this game, we have to get rid of it. There isn't gambling in Fortnite anymore, but there used to be sort of with the llamas and stuff. It had like loot boxes. And so I think that can be part of the problem. You need to report things like that when they're breaches of Australian law, because then they can do something about it. That's why Steam has different rules in Australia for returning than what exists in a lot of other places in the world. Because we have consumer law protection that they just if you're going to deal in Australia, you have to follow those laws. All right, 2 more Australian stories, and then we get into some Fortnite challenges that I have to do. What are you doing to me? I'll give you some money later, Guardian. All right. I haven't got any money at the moment. They can just give me their stories for now. So, the Murdoch family. The people that own the biggest, not the greatest, but the biggest media company in the world. Murdoch, News Corp, Fox News and Sky News in Australia, not Sky News UK, but Sky News in Australia, all owned by News Corp and the Murdoch family. So Murdoch family drama plays out in court with fate of Fox News at stake. He's 93. I think he recently found a new girlfriend. Yeah. Once his eldest son, Lachlan, who is a chip off the old block. He's just as awful as his father. To run his empire after his death, but his other children want their say. So a 113-year-old courthouse. Oh, my God, what are we doing here? Let's just tell the story, Guardian. So if he prevails in his legal effort to change voting rights of the family trust to ensure that his chosen successor and conservatively leaning eldest son Lachlan Murdoch, 53, runs the company after his death, little may change. So we may just still have the same sort of stuff coming out of there. But I do believe that a number of the kids are kind of like, they're more left-leaning. And I know that James Murdoch, he left because he didn't agree with the way that they ran their media empire and the bias, the obvious bias of, he wanted it to be more, I guess, traditionally unbiased media. Anyway, he left it. According to the Murdoch-owned Wall Street Journal, so he owns everything, Murdoch is arguing that shifting voting control of the trust to Lachlan should be allowed because it's the best interest of all the beneficiaries, including his other children. But if he loses, the younger brother, James Murdoch, in concert with his sisters, Prudence and Elizabeth, could first force Fox News to move away from the conservative news alignments of their father and brother. And I'm kind of hope they win. I really think that, you know, they need to be forced into there used to be laws in Australia which stopped like media consolidation, and I think it was the Labor Party that removed those laws. And so of course Murdoch empire in Australia is pretty much the only, like, there is a couple of smaller media, but they were able to swallow up everything, and they were able to own several layers of media, so TV and print and radio, things like that. And that's where, and in Australia, we've come to a situation where there isn't enough of a population to sustain, well, we've got 5 television stations. It's just, there's just not the means to sustain it. And there's no means to sustain local newspapers and stuff either. Not out of something like a big news organization like this. And so these places, they're getting given Sky News for free, Sky News Australia for free, which is basically Fox News, and they don't have exposure to much else because those other things are becoming less and less available. So any other voices are becoming less and less available. And so it needs to have a more equal voice if it's going to be the only media that some areas are exposed to in Australia, you know? Anyway, so I don't know. So I kind of feel like it does need to be forced to be broken up a little bit. Forced to be, like, at least show both sides. I have no problem with there being conservative commentators and conservative journalists, but what we're seeing on these sort of, even on CNN and stuff, but what you're seeing is less unbiased journalism and this sort of sponsored opinion commentary it may as well just be editorials. We're not what I'm doing, just opinion. That's not news. That's not just tell me the facts of what happened, and I don't want the opinion and the alarmism especially from the hosts on something like Sky News or Fox News. You know, and often they don't verify their facts. They get found to be wrong, and then they don't correct their stories when they're wrong. Anyway, that's something that's going on. I'm sure it might go a little bit, for a while longer yet, but something to keep an eye on. Hopefully, I'm barracking for not for Murdoch and his son Lachlan. I'm barracking for James and the other kids. Hopefully, it will pan out well for the rest of us, because they don't have any accountability for the alarmism and the misinformation or anything else that they spread. And I really think that, it got really bad there at one stage. And then they sort of got a bit of cold feet over the election and getting blamed for like January 6th and election denial and stuff. But I still feel like they should be held to account for some of that, and they're not going to be, so they need to be broken up. All right, last story kind of relates to something that we talked about the other day, with China in the region and, with Australia and AUKUS, and, how some of the Pacific Islands are getting a bit nervous, some of Indonesia's, neighbours getting a bit nervous about our ramping up, I guess, of the rhetoric when it comes to our relationship with China, our greatest trading partner. And our involvement with AUKUS and all of that sort of stuff. So I thought this one was actually pretty interesting. I watched a little bit of it, and then I went, no, I want to watch it on stream with all my friends. Whoa, it's loud.
A familiar sound of the top-end dry season. Dozens of jets tearing through the sky for exercise pitch black.
This is one of the most complex, one of the most significant air exercises which occurs anywhere in the world.
20 nations from across Asia, Europe and the US descend on Darwin in a demonstration of collective military might.
We can strengthen our strategic partnership with the other participating nations.
The location of Pitch Black and many other international army exercises is no accident. The top end seen as strategically significant as the United States looks to project power into the Indo-Pacific region.
This is not just US investment, this is a cooperative effort between the government of Australia, the government of the United States, as we look at our force posture initiative.
Outside of Darwin, an airbase near the regional town of Katherine is also set to become a focal point of US military spending. $100 million upgrades planned to accommodate a squadron of 6 US B-52s capable of carrying nuclear weapons. Details of this...
I don't know about that. Isn't that illegal in Australia? I don't think that we're allowed to have like actual nuclear weapons in Australia. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. And it also should be noted that we already have something like, I think it's 2,700 permanent US soldiers stationed in Australia already, in sort of generally in up around Queensland and the north, all in the northern area.
Deals still kept under wraps. So do you know when B-52s will start their deployments from Tyndall?
Oh, look, I'm not about to go into those details.
As the US presence grows in the north, this international relations expert questions how that's being perceived by one of Australia's closest neighbours, Indonesia.
The way you
see this kind of military cooperation shouldn't be seen as bipolar between US, China, or Indonesia vis-a-vis China. It's not the way Indonesia see it.
There's fears the US buildup in the Northern Territory could contribute
Indonesia sees it as, holy shit, we're going to be stuck in the middle.
inflamed tensions in the South China Sea and beyond.
Australia has this agenda with the United States, which is to enhance more of a alert and more agile attitude against the China. And this is what the kinds of surprise Indonesia needs to.
That's a polite way to say aggressive.
Anticipate, you know, we don't want it to get hotter for the region.
Throughout exercise Pitch Black, military figures have spoken about security, prosperity, friendship, and of course, freedom. But just how free and open are our leaders when it comes to the decisions that could potentially draw Australia into conflict?
There are definitely risks in developing the US alliance. You know, Australia has sometimes been referred to as the deputy sheriff, and that's not necessarily in a positive way.
Hopefully, Australia will remain independent, will remain...
I don't know that I've ever heard of us referred to as the deputy sheriff. We're America's lackey.
Thoughtful, remembering that Indonesia and Australia has an important relationship, even if the US-Australia relationship is also important.
Australia's neighbours to the north are carefully watching what happens next. Oliver Chaseling, ABC News, Darwin.
And see, what they're disputing is this South China Sea. Like, it's literally in the name South China. Which, as you can see, is up here. This is our country. This is our interests. 200 kilometres off our coast here. Off Australia's coast. We're up here. We don't have no countries up here that belong to us. We got some islands out here that are in our interest. I believe that we expand a bit off those coasts. But this is the South China Sea. It is not... It's all to do with a bit to do here with Taiwan and stuff like that. But China has come down and have been apparently, well, not apparently, but have been building on some of these islands. Remember, the US has got a lot of bases everywhere, all around, surrounding it. So, you know, China, it's within China's interests to want to build up their defense. Just like we spoke earlier, it's within Lebanon's interest to want to defend themselves. Everyone else wants to defend themselves, and we treat them like they're bad for wanting to do that. But anyway, and they may want to posture down into here. Is that... It might not be right, but is that our job? Like, these nations have a right to defend themselves and maybe call on us for assistance if they want assistance, but here we're forcing. And, you know, the footage that we saw the other day of the Australian plane, it was flying up here, it wasn't down here. It wasn't in Australian waters that plane, you know, that they, whatever, the infrared bomb that they lobbed towards it. An Australian spy plane that wasn't flying around here. It was up in this area. This is our interest here. You know? If these guys ask for our help, then that might be. But they're not. All right. I'm done with the news today. Pretty sure that was my last one. All right. So we'll do that nuclear stuff. I'm going to put up a little schedule announcement so that it will say when that one's going to be on. I have a couple of Fortnite missions. I might do this one on stream. I don't know. I'm definitely going to do these two. So, I want to also warm my coffee up. So I'm going to do that. We'll switch over to the Fortnite scene. We have to change the name of everything. I haven't got my mods today. I don't think so, anyway. My eyes are watering. Also coughing. All right, I'm going to change all my title and my category to Fortnite. And Fortnite. Sorry. Okay. All right. I think I've said it all right. Done. Stream info updated successfully. And then I want to put up some chat so I can see y'all. You can see yourselves, but I can't see that. Chatterino. I was gonna play some American Truck Simulator, but I decided not to do that today. I'd like I said, I want to do that nuclear Australian Atomic Confessions React first. Tomorrow, and then I thought, like, for Friday, do some gaming. It can be a bit more of a party day. I'll probably do some news, but I can make it like short, perhaps. A little bit of short news, and then like have just a nice gaming evening. And do some cool cruising in my truck. And finish off the event. And also talk a little bit about multiplayer, because I did a bit of reading up on multiplayer because I'd love to try it, and I've never tried it. I've always been a bit too intimidated, and my daughter expressed an interest in playing some multiplayer, and there's two different types, so yeah, so I'm sort of interested in exploring that a little, but I do have the rest of that event to finish, so I'll do that on Friday. I'll probably do some Fortnite on Friday. But right now I'm going to do Save the World, so I'll just get it started up, and then I can open up the screen for everyone. And I do want to go and warm my coffee up. Okay. I got all the audios going to capture correctly. Yeah. Oh, Fortnite's taking its time. Okay. I got any pause music here? All right. Well, I'll put the pause scene on. I'm just going to go and warm my coffee up, have a little bit of a drink or something on my throat so that I'm not coughing at you the entire time. I'll be back in like 5. Hey, I'm back. And I had a coughing fit last stream as well. I'm going to need to get some butter menthols that I just sit on my desk, especially for that. I still feel like I'm going to like cough uncontrollably. Water. All right. And that's better now. My coffee's warm as well. All right. Let me just find the mission that I have to do. Ooh. All right. Switch over to Sarah, even though you won't be able to see her. That is not Sarah. Maybe I can play some Battle Royale a bit later. I could drive my truck back to where I need it to go, but then that's just driving for like... I do actually want to drive it a fair distance to get it to the next town. But then I would have to stop anyway. I think I'll just save that for Friday. Big driving day Friday. Okay, so it's a 94 balloon and then an 88 van. Okay. See what my dailies are. Okay, I've got a shotguns and I don't play soldier, so I'm going to swap that one out. And okay. Got a few missions today, like actual daily V-Buck missions. So I expect I'll be able to get 1 or 2 of those knocked off. When I do those missions, I won't have to do any extra Alright, so the first one's an 80 something, so I'm gonna need something fairly strong. I can only make 130s. I'm still not top tier in this game quite just yet. Recycle some of this garbage. I also managed to download a bunch of music, royalty-free music, especially for streamers, that I can play while I'm driving my truck, so that it won't just be silence or police radio. Okay, 88. To look again. 94. 94 is the first one. Gonna be it here. Nope. Oh, we've gone too high. Over here then. Alright. Put it on Phil. Make sure that we have the voice chat on mute so that we don't expose other people to the stream. Okay. Make sure everything's set up properly. I hope it's all set up properly. Looks like the sound's all coming through correctly and everything can be seen. We'll move this mouse out of the way. Come on, Fortnite. The big screen. Still playing up a little. It feels a bit funny when you like move the mouse and then you go back to a controller sometimes. Okay. Alright. Feels odd. Feels weird. Anyone else in the chat play Fortnite? Or perhaps you can tell me your favourite game? Or what game you've been playing recently? Okay, I need shelter location, rural location. ATS, yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to play today. Not going to play ATS today. But yeah, my daughter's keen on getting a Euro Truck Simulator and doing the multiplayer. Okay, sure.
The only way we're going to retrieve all of the data is to shoot the balloon down as soon
as
possible.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to go in the. There's two different multiplayers. I don't know that I want to do the big one. She's keen to go in with all the strangers, and I'm like a little intimidated by that because I don't drive. And I don't know how CB works, and they might be all serious in there. Whereas there's like the convoy system, which I've never used. I didn't realise that it let you drive with your friends. So, yeah, I'm sort of keen on trying that out at the very least. But she doesn't own it yet, and so she's still got I don't know. I think we can actually do it together. Like she needs to... No, she would need to have a truck before she can do convoy, I guess. But she hasn't actually got it yet. But she saw me playing. She enjoyed it. And so she's keen to do that. She sounds like she wants to crash her truck though and do some like wild driving. And I told her it's going to cost you a lot of money. You're going to need a lot of money if you want to crash a truck. I need shelter locations. I'm going to go look for shelter locations and leave these people here. Anyone have any spare oxidized min? I don't think so. Oops. Oxidized. I don't even know what that is. The short wheelbase, yeah. Oh, yeah, it gives it the short wheelbase on ETS. I only learned about this yesterday, actually, because I always wondered why it was harder to drive an ATS truck. And it's because they have a smaller turning circle on the ETS truck, of course. Of course. Like, it makes sense when you look at the cab over design. And so, but I'd never realized that that was like what was going on. I'm such a bimbo sometimes. So, yeah, so it's, so I actually find the ETS trucks to be easier. But I like the look of the ATS trucks better. I think they look sexier. I didn't find any shelters. This game looks fun. I mean, yes, it is. But admittedly, I wouldn't play if it wasn't for the V-Bucks that you get. Because I play Battle Royale. And I absolutely love Battle Royale. And this gives me V-Bucks so that I can buy skins for Battle Royale. Even though I can use the skins in this, I don't use the skins in this. I use this exclusive Xbox skin instead. And look, for a game that like I wouldn't play if it wasn't for that, like I play this practically every day. Yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful game, and the voice acting is incredible. You know, like, and it's some quite funny scripting in it, and like it's got a whole story, so it goes with it. But yeah, and characters are great, fun, like, and it's pretty well written stuff too. But none of this was really my sort of game originally anyway. Fortnite was never really my game, and then I only got this because I love Fortnite BR. Now you can't get the founders like with the V-Bucks and stuff, so. But you know, Fortnite's not the sort of game that I've played. Like simulators, I mentioned that last time. But I think the artwork, the style of it, and the open world, I don't know. I also like games where you can see your character. So I'm not like I don't like first-person shooters because I like I spent all this money on a skin. I want to be able to see my character. And like in COD, I bought like because I thought like they brought out Nicki Minaj and Tomb Raider, and so I went in there and I bought it and I tried it out and I liked it. I do like it, and it was good because I'd had Fortnite experience beforehand, so you know I sort of at least I understood what was happening. But I never got to really see my Nicki Minaj character. I never get to see her. Other people see her, but I don't get to see her unless she's dying. And I don't get to see my Tomb Raider character. Whereas in Fortnite, you get to see your character. And the great artwork that they have, you know? And I think that's really cool. Now, I guess like ETS, it's a little bit like that, but like you can set it so you can see your truck, but it's a different sort of thing, isn't it? You want to simulate the actual driving experience, even though you put all these pretty designs all over your truck that you hardly ever get to see. You can drive it like, but then to me, when I drive an ETS truck from behind, then it feels like I'm playing like with a Matchbox car, like a Hot Wheels truck. Isn't that weird? Even though it's essentially the same as doing like this, but in a truck format.
Perfection! You collected all of the files. Amazing!
Grab some of that.
Getting close. Praiseworthy job, Commander. So, good job. The data you collected will help us locate survivors and weak points in the storm.
The fun part about this game, I find, is so you can do these things called trap tunnels, and it can be quite fun because some of the traps that you can set make the zombies dance, and so I like setting them up with things that make the zombies do funny things. And I find that trap tunnels is a building, you know, it's kind of like the building games that I like. So I like building trap tunnels, and I guess it's kind of like a puzzle in figuring out the way that they're going to walk and the best, most efficient way to build the tunnel so that you'll kill them before they get to the objective and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I do like about the game, this mode of the game. And like I said, the artwork, the voice acting's brilliant. But I think I'd be playing, if I wasn't playing this every day, I would play ATS and stuff like that more, and I would play Planet Zoo more. I didn't even get... Oh, I should have used my shotgun more, hey? Have another one of these. 88 van. There it is. How often do you play ATS? Do you play all the time? You do play others. Yeah, yeah. I go through phases where I'll play. Like I said, I hadn't played, oh my gosh, I hadn't played ATS for ages. And then they put out that DLC, and like now I'll get into it and I'll play it beyond the DLC, and I'll play it for a couple of months, and then I'll get into something else. I think that's a pattern that most people sort of undertake. I don't know, some people get really serious, don't they? And they're like just totally dedicated. I'm really not paying enough attention. Not finding what I need to find. This guy's scary. I want to activate the mission, but I guess I haven't finished looking for what I'm looking for, though.
We've got a bonus in play.
Trying to find some survival shelters so I can knock off a daily challenge, but Fortnite knows that that's what I'm doing, so it's not giving me any. So I have to play more matches. I swear it's nefarious. See these traps? They put these traps and you can build all different types. So let's see if I can get one in before someone else does. It'll stick like this here. Let's So I really like that aspect, and it kind of makes it like a bit of a puzzle, because you got to figure out the most efficient way to build it.
30 seconds left to go.
No survivor shelters. Whatever, Fortnite.
Bonus challenge success. Good job, team. Not bad. I think we'll need a little more blue glow. Add blue glow and get ready to defend the van. Flip the switch when you're ready.
It's not gonna find what I'm looking for. Oh! Okay. Well. Wait, was that a rural? Yes, it was a shelter. Okay. Best go participate. If I don't participate enough, I won't get the prize at the end. Die. It's a bit madness in here. There's an interesting structure they've created. Haven't enough pass, haven't found enough shelter location. Oh well. I have to play another mission.
Launch in 3, 2, 1, liftoff! Bonus challenge success! Good job, team!
Shelter location here, no luck.
Do we have anything else to launch? I'm on a roll!
Really? Okay, I still have to play another one because I couldn't finish everything. This is a very low level one. I'm not sure when I last talked to you, Horror Freak. It was about a week ago. What you been up to? You had an exciting week? Done anything exciting? I have not. I went and house-sitted my daughter's cats, which are very cute and fluffy, and I love them very much. One is very demanding for attention, and the other one doesn't want any attention because she's jealous of the other one, the baby one. And I just want them to cuddle, both of them to cuddle me. 19, it was a 19. So in here, I don't need very, very strong weapons. Rural location, shelter location. I don't think I did a stream. No, I didn't do a stream on Sunday. It's my first stream, I think, since last Friday. I took a little bit of a break. Get out. Yay. We've done 2 hours 10. What? Was this survival shelter? Okay. I'll take it. One more. Oh, I better get some shots in over here. That it? I'm gonna have to play another one? Really? Please. No. This Not a second route? No. Play again? Wow. That one was half finished before I even got in there. I might not even have got the rewards. Went to the gym today with my daughter earlier. We're just doing the treadmill at the moment, trying to get back into it after a cold winter. And you know, flus and stuff, and then sort of becoming very shut in with the winter. But it's starting to get warm again, and we have to get out there and do right by our bodies, do right by our health. So, getting back into it again. Well, I got the reward. I don't want to play another one. Wow. If I play like an assist, it'll be more interesting at least. Did I change that one? Yep. Play with others. Phil, let's go. Quick play. Never really been a gym person, not a sport person generally, but you know, sometimes you gotta look after your body a bit. I'm getting older too, you know. I remember when I was young thinking, oh, I'll just start doing that sort of thing when I need to when I get older. But then you're not practiced. You know? And so getting into the habit is what is the hardest thing. Didn't want to count, whatever. Yeah, getting into the habit, and I'm not one for that sort of habit. My habits are playing games. Staying up late, entertaining myself. What is the objective of this mission? Harvest things, harvest rocks. Don't have to kill those things. Okay.
Help, I'm under attack!
Hey, I killed everyone. Oh, one more.
They're attacking me!
Alright.
Keep up the good work.
It's like this person hasn't done anything of the mission. I don't believe I'm going to be able to do it in time. Harvest rock, search anything. Rock. Supply crates. Come on. This one's gonna have me panicking. 8 minutes to do all those things on the list. Harvest vehicles, 15 vehicles. Harvest 15 rocks, search anything, retrieve 10 supply crates. Whack some vehicles. Let the game. See, if I don't get a victory, I won't get my other missions that I've completed. Five vehicles. Six. Seven. 8. 9. 10. Oh my gosh, the pressure's on, the pressure's on. And 15 cars. I might go inside this house and try and search search a bunch of items. $10, $11, $12, okay. Nope. None of those things. This is where I need my mods so that they can like do a bet thing. Will I make it or not?
5 minutes left. Stack that loot.
Really? I need 1, 2, 3. Do I need any more vehicles? No, we took the vehicles. Okay, I've searched. Now I need to harvest another 5 rocks and a whole bunch of these. 1, 2, 1. I might actually make it. I might. One more rock. Okay. Three. I need 2 more. This one. need one more. Give me one more. Maybe if I had just kept going the other way. Two minutes to find one more special box. Okay, excellent. Now can I find a survival shelter? I mean, there's one there.
Keep an eye on your objectives.
It's not going to count.
Crash it, grab it, and get ready to run. We're heading home.
Gotta be it. Please. Yes. Yay. I did all my challenges. Finish the mission so I will get my V-Buck. Even though that player abandoned me. Okay. Whew. These little children zombies can be a little bit feisty. Because they can jump. Had you ever seen this game before, Horror Free? Hey, he completed. Yeah.
Bonus challenge success. Good job, team.
No. I haven't quite done 3 hours. I like to do at least 3 hours for a stream. So I might go in and have a look at, there's like a new mode in this game. Oh, and I remember last time we were also talking about like the car games and like how I wanted one that was sort of like kind of like ATS but a car. And I had a look at Beam NG. And that's it's kind of what I was talking about. But it's got this, I don't know, soft body physics. Beam NG. Again, it's single player. And see, it's got the racing aspect, but it's got this other stuff. And apparently you can like see what it looks like when you crash your car. It's got very realistic crash physics and stuff. But it's also got free roam. You know, take any vehicle to your destination of choice. I don't know what the map is of, you know. Yeah, I don't know whether the map is like real, like the map that we have for ETS and ATS, how they're trying to sort of simulate the real road network, or if it's just a fantasy map, what the story is. But apparently it's got very realistic crash physics, which is not necessarily what I'm interested in that aspect. But, you know, for the sim aspect, that would be pretty cool. Wreckfest. What is that on Steam? There's like a couple of wreck games. Drive hard, die last. See, it's that racing game thing. which I like racing games. Man, this is like a demolition derby. That'd be cool. Like like I like Carmageddon. I was an old Carmageddon fan. And that's the only like real racing game I play. You play this one. I've never seen this before, actually. And it's got like realistic or exaggerated physics on the crashes. All banged up, patched together. They ooze style and character. That's pretty cool. And then you add body armor. And it's got multiplayer. Okay. Wreckfest 2 coming soon. So that's another option too. And I'm kind of interested in like Mud Runner and like what's this one? Mud Runner Expeditions. Embark on scientific expeditions with this off-road adventure. Lead research missions as you drive a variety of all-terrain vehicles. Like it's not even on the road. It's just like four-wheel drive driving. Oh my God, that looks sick. It's not exactly just driving like I was talking about, but that looks awesome though. Yeah. Wow. That looks really cool too, doesn't it? I don't think I've got Mud Runner yet. Like there's Snow Runner, there's another one that I'm interested because like I like watching ice truckers when I watch TV. I don't watch TV very often, but there's a couple of select shows that I do watch when I'm forced onto a real television. And like ice truckers is definitely one of them. Yeah. Yeah, watching those guys, like they're just amazing drivers. Watching those guys get those big rigs out of the trouble that they get into is just amazing, you know. So like that kind of that one's piqued my sort of interest because of that show. Wow, yeah, there's a few of them. This one's new. I've not heard of this one. And see, I want to stay away from like races necessarily, though a demolition race is a bit different. And this one I'm interested as well, but it's not exactly real trucks. But it kind of, you know, it's got that sci-fi angle and kind of reminds me of like Red Dwarf, and there's another one where another movie or show where they like drive around in space trucks like this. So it sort of reminds me of that. And that could be interesting. Gas station simulator, but I don't think you get a car. I think you just got to own a gas station. So yeah, they're not quite it. And that's why I think like maybe Beam MG, because it's sort of, at least it's got that free roam. It's Wreckfest. Where are we at? The Wreckfest. That's pretty cool. I do enjoy demolition derby type games. But this one's the thing I like about this is that I don't think you have to do the demolition thing. Though that's why people sort of do seem to play it, because of the realistic body physics. But if it's got a huge map, I could be interested in, you know, the free roam. See, I don't want this thing where, like, yeah, you complete a truck delivery and efficiently as possible, or outrun police. So it sounds like you can choose the way you want to play. So, because I don't know. You outrun police in Need for Speed. That's what Need for Speed's for. Anyway. Back to Fortnite, I want to try this mode. I haven't tried it yet. I was a bit scared to go in, but I found out it's a 16 versus 16, so maybe the focus won't be on my skill as much, or lack thereof. Okay.
How's it? You hovering at me?
Have you ever played Carmageddon? Like, that was my first sort of car game, I guess, outside of like sort of squares on a screen in the early days of computing. You dodge the obstacle. Alright, I'm gonna give this a try. Put out a better character. It's the Marvel season, so we're gonna put on a Marvel character. This is She-Hulk. Just so you know why she's Marvel, even though she doesn't look very Marvel. You forgot you did. Okay, I'm gonna change it back. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna give this a try. I have no idea what the objective is. I got another half hour at least of the stream, so I may as well try this. Yeah, Carmageddon is like sort of the first, that's kind of what taught me how to drive in car games. Just hit the accelerator, and if you want to go around a corner, hit the parking brake. You do handbrakes, and that's how I drive in all games. Oh, I guess except for ETS, because I'll crash my truck. Okay, so it's a 2-player mode. I wonder if I need to talk to my squatty at all. What are the objectives? Stop Doom from collecting all 6 arcane artifacts. Dunno. Guess I'll let my teammates lead the way. Go with them. Eliminate Dr. Doom and his army. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna dive out with them. Where are they going? They're going over here somewhere. Ooh. We're all split up. Maybe it doesn't matter. So there's a couple of different modes in this. I don't know if you've ever played VR, but there's a couple of like... There's one called Team Rumble, and it doesn't matter where your squad lands, because you just respawn. I don't know if you respawn in this. I have already got lots of super weapons. Okay. I'm gonna stick with this guy because I don't know how to play. Dr. Doom's here. Where? Oh no, the storm's coming. Maybe this guy isn't the best guy to follow. Come on, lead the way. Tell me what to do, bro. What do I do? Tell me what to do. What? Okay, we emote together. I can't hear because it's copyrighted music. But, you know, having a dance on the battlefield. Is Team Rumble back? No, there is... Oh, Team Rumble never really went away. You haven't played in like a year. No, you haven't, have you? It didn't go away, but it's not very popular. Hey, like, generally there's about like 1,000, maybe 1,500 people playing at a time. And so I don't really play it anymore. Not even for like warming up. Because it takes ages to get into a game for other players and stuff like that. So, is there no chess? This is called Doom, something to do with Doom. So this is a limited time mode that's just come out. And I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what the objective is. A new artifact has arrived. Look to the sky. That looks like a person that's coming to be killed. No! Come back! I want to kill you. Oh no, all my rockets are gone. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, well, I guess that part of the objective is still clear. Stay alive, and I just died. Am I going to respawn? Respawning in 3, 2, 1. Prevent the artifact capture. Okay. Now I've got different weapons. Is this the artifact down here? Oops. Oops. How do I fly? Can't I fly with these? Oh god. I have no idea how to use these weapons at all. What is that? Is that the artifact? Can we capture it? Prevent its capture. Okay. Must have run away. Woo. Hey, 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 be kind, be kind. Oh, someone got him just before. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's build around it. That's a good idea. A new artifact is on it. Did we succeed? Oh my god, I've missed every shot. Let's go over there and get it. Oh, almost got him. Almost. The story of my life in Fortnite. That's not me. Okay, respawn. Okay, now I have a Ranger pistol. That's pretty nice. I don't know what this thing does. And a rift to go so I can run away when I get scared. Ah, it's shooting at me. Okay, I don't know what this weapon does. Oh my god. Oh, shit.
Yes, sir. I've always been a deep believer in trying to help people, but I had to see if the situation was safe.
Thank you, Officer Robbins, for making my decision easy. If you put in the same amount of effort, I would like to appoint you to be the new leader of...
Why is there sound? Didn't we mute
but sir,
this
he's
guy?
just a rookie, and he's not even Officer Jensen. You'll
Why
be
isn't he muted?
assigned the night shift.
New artifact arrived. Look to the sky. Okay. Guess this is an opportunity for me to learn how these work. Like that. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh, that's... I saved the universe. I didn't even know what I was doing. I did not understand any of the concept of that. Try again and get some better instructions. Doom's henchmen have a limited number of respawns. Eliminating enough of them. Okay, what's my feedback? How would I rate the locker? I strongly dislike the current locker. They changed the locker recently and it was just very sad and nobody likes it and they wrecked it and it's so much harder to use. Like I kind of get the concept, but it's very bad. Okay. Oh, and icon series emote that we can't listen to because of the copyright on it. Nothing to explain how this mode works. Okay. Maybe there's like instructions in here. Can I select it? View details. Complete in a 16 by 16 battle between Doom's henchmen and the allies of the Avengers. Doom's henchmen summon the power of Doom's Chosen, collect all 6 arcane artifacts to prevent opponents from respawning, and eliminate all the allies of the Avengers to win. Oh, so you get put on one or the other? Allies of the Avengers. Eliminate 100 Doom's henchmen to achieve victory. Get one of 4 randomly assigned superpowered loadouts each time you spawn. So that's what I was? Yeah, I'm gonna give it another go. I'll have some bonus rewards to collect. Oh, V-Bucks. Soundtracks, always coveted. I love a soundtrack. Epic make the best soundtracks, they really do. And they make them all like themed and like so the songs all have like meme references to Fortnite. It's pretty cool. Very clever, I think. Actually, wait. I'll show you how many people are playing Team Rumble. It's so sad. Like, it looks like more people are playing ranked. Okay. 36,000 in Lego Fortnite. 1.8 in rocket racing, so it's not very popular either. Festival, a little bit more popular. Team Rumble, 931 players. I believe this is in Oceania. I don't think it's worldwide. 931. So, yeah, not popular at all. This is super popular, though, and it's heaps. A lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. I should go and play one of those after I played another day of Doom. Did I get any quests done here? Not really. How many days do I have to do these? A week and 3 days. Ooh, a shop as well. Alright, I'm going to play another day of Doom, and then I might go in and play a reload. Though those are pretty scary. But they're a lot of fun. And then that should be a good... It would be like 3.5 hour stream. Just trying to keep fulfilling those... achievements that Twitch gives me. Do people like the more competitive modes? I mean, I guess the player base is split because you've got those people that play Zero Build because they believe that it's not as hard. And so casual people tend to play that. But there are, of course, the competitive Zero Build mode. But, like, yes, I would say so, because like Team Rumble has just dropped completely. Though I do think that the community would love to have 50 versus 50 back. There's always people saying, bring back 50v50, you know. And there's been a lot of calls just for general LTMs, and this is the first LTM really that we've had for a while. Like, I would even say years. So, but if you don't include reload, I guess, as an LTM, which it's kind of a new mode, I believe. The first artifact has arrived. Stop Dr. Doom's army. Okay, so I'm on the allies again. Is the artifact chasing me? My goodness. Yeah, 50-50's the one. Yeah, everyone loves 50-50. Even like hardcore fans, they all love 50-50. Reload kind of, like, I'll play it and you'll get to see it. No, it doesn't recreate that. It's more like a hardcore Team Rumble. Because it's got like this reload aspect to it, like respawn aspect to it, but it's also got the whole, like, your team, it hasn't got 20 players though. Well, sort of. I'll play it, you'll get to see, it's a lot of fun. Do I have to be doing this so that I can use these or what? Okay. They captured an artifact? Guys, we failed. Mind you, I wasn't really paying attention. I'm just in here trying to kill people. think they have captured 2 artifacts. I think we're losing this match. Look, the rest of my team have left. Alright. Be far now. Ah. Bye. They captured another artifact. I'm not helping my team much, am I? I didn't even know where the artifact is. Over there? With it. Right trigger slash, right, okay, and then outs in their spread. Outs, okay. Slash. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Okay, and then she has some supercharged claws. All right. Has. Ooh. Uh-oh. Okay. Uh-huh. Not one of their best LTMs, I've got to say. Okay, I don't think that's what my friends want me to do. And a lot of people also want dance domination back as well. You know, that which obviously in Food Fight, those sort of games. But they've never returned them, and I don't know why, because they're extremely popular. But I can't complain to have got like to get some sort of LTM. Yeah. Is that the first kill I got? Oh no, 5 kills. Okay. Oh, well that failed. love playing games, but really I just wonder if I'm a glutton for punishment, because I'm not good at games. Oh, now look, now I'm swinging my pickaxe. Every opportunity was mine. Oh my. Uh-oh, respawn is off. Why is she not doing anything to him? Alright. Oh, I nearly escaped. Will we win? I don't know how much more of the game is left. What is this person doing? They're up in the sky. Balanced on a very, very thin beam. That's some clever play in there. I cannot pronounce the name of their username, as it is in Greek, and that is not a language I know how to read. I think it would be fascinating to like I'd love to have some, like I tried to learn Spanish, and I sort of have learned a little bit, I guess, but to be able to read old texts in their native tongue, like even if like you learn Greek, you could sort of understand maybe a little bit of ancient Greek in the same way that when we read Old English, we might not be able to speak it, and some of it might be a bit like confusing, but we have a bit of an idea of what they're saying, and I think it would be really cool to read some of these sort of ancient texts in those languages, those original languages, rather than a translation, someone else's translation. What have they built here? How did they... Uh-oh, they're going down. They're going down. I hope they're going to fall in that. They're going to fall in the water, surely. Here it goes. Here they go. Wild. No, run. I think they're the last one left. They did so well to stay up there. Oh my god, the whole team is after them. That's where it gets pretty crazy. This is what it was like in 50-50. You'd be the last one left. The whole team would be just bombing and exploding everything around trying to find you. Yeah, we lost. All right. I'm going to play one more game, and it's going to be reload so I can show you Arumilu. Sorry. And this is why it's so popular, like 116,000 people playing Builds Reload. And it is kind of more competitive. It's not like an actual competitive mode, like, but you've got 77,000 playing ranked. And that's ranked builds. 150,000 playing just builds. 100,000 playing zero builds. So, and 100,000 in reload. Do I want builds or no zero builds? I'll go builds. I'm not confident. Squads so that I don't stand out too much. Okay, so this is a kind of remix OG map with this kind of respawn element to it. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of chaos. It's quite scary to play. And they do have an umbrella for it, but I already got the umbrella, but it took me all last season to get the umbrella for this mode. This is the umbrella for this mode. The Resbrella. It's very pretty. I love it. I think it's actually a combination of two umbrellas that I don't have, so that's pretty cool. Alright, we're going in. I'm scared. The material, yeah, she's a foil. That's her highest foil style. And she's She-Hulk, by the way. See. But as you can probably guess, I'm not playing She-Hulk. I'm playing this, her secret disguise version. I think her name's Jennifer. Alright, and so you sort of get some OG type guns. Look, it's a blue tack. This is the map. It's like a mini version of the OG map, and they've got like OG points of interest and then just like smoosh them together in like a mini map. Okay, they want to go Pleasant. I'm going Pleasant, I guess. And then it's got like a reload, a respawn aspect to it, which you'll discover as we go on. My aim is to land on a weapon straight away. Okay, that's a good start. Oh, it's down. But he'll respawn, that guy. Or, well, that person. And as long as someone in the team is still alive, then you can respawn. But it takes like a few seconds and the longer the game goes on, the longer it takes to respawn as well. Well, I'll take that then. And I'm inclined to no. Going down in here. Oh. Looks like my teammates dealt with them. No? That. And then I think it's better actually to leave them lying on the ground, because then it takes longer for them to come back or something. Ah! No! No! Crawl away! Crawl away! Run, Jennifer! Oh, dear me. So now I have to rely on these two guys, Amazon Emu and Nicole Gordon, to keep me alive. You can do it. You can do it. Stay hidden. Hide. Hide, Amazon. And then I can reboot 5, 4, 3, 2... No, don't die just yet. Okay. There, and now I'm back. I'm back. But I haven't got much stuff. Ah! Don't want to get shot out of the air. Gotta get this stuff over here. Uh-oh. And there's no cars or any of the special weapons or anything like that. It's quite bare bones. It's got very much like the original game. We're going to also get another OG season, which usually only run for about a month, but this is separate to OG, so this is a different thing, which they seem to be wanting to keep this as a permanent mode. Oh, that, I want that. Desperately need a shotgun. Tactical machine gun. I wonder if it's better. Uh-oh. And I'm so far from my team. I am a bad squatty. Oh no. Okay, now it's just about, I'll just stay alive so that my squatty can come back. Oh my god, it's here. Okay. Bye-bye, squatties. 8th. We came 8th. I actually really want to... The team has left the match. Wow. I actually want to play another one. So I'm going to do that. But I'm just going to take a 5-second break. Well, not 5 seconds. I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. One more match, I reckon. Because I had fun. That was pretty fun. Even though I died. Died miserably, as usual. Don't you hate it when you when you put off going to the toilet because you're too busy gaming, and then someone's in there when you finally get up and go to the toilet? All right. Another lovely hot coffee. Looked like it was going to rain again, but it didn't rain. And I was just kind of eager for the rain because then it could be all nice and cozy and it would be all thunderstormy. It looked like it was going to be really thunderstormy. It was very, very dark. And there's been nothing. Nothing at all. Not getting any sound from Fortnite. There we go. I should change this over here, my thing that says what I'm playing. I'm playing Fortnite Reload. And I'm not playing it later. I'm playing it now. Oh my. I've done a dreadful job with the categories and stuff. Without my mods helping me here. No, I've done okay considering I had no mods. There we go. Updated. Now I have to re-engage my aim assist, which is over here somewhere. Here. Okay, where's the team going? Come on, where are we going? Okay, no one wants to... Let's go out here then. You're gonna come out here with me? No one? There's no one in my team. Did I go into a solo? That's... How can I play with a solo? That's ridiculous. That's not how the game works. That's not how it works. How am I going to reboot if I haven't got a team? Okay. I need to restart because there's no point. I need a team. Leave match, yes. How can I reboot? As long as a single teammate is standing. If I'm the only teammate. Alright, I got it on squads. I got it on Phil. Let's go. Come on. There's 100 and something thousand people playing. Find me a squad. I played some ranked. I've been playing a bit of ranked and I got up to gold so far. I still haven't won. I doubt I'll ever win. No, I can't say that. I always thought I'd never ever win a battle royale match and I have. Not very many, but I have. So, but I haven't won any ranked yet. But I am gold. Get you. I got you. I got you. There you go. Haha. Target practice. It's not really targeting much, am I? Have I got a team? Yes. I've got a team. Got fire, baby. Daffodil, elm, and smiggle. Alright. Where we going, guys? Let's go out here. Come on. Let's go to Dusty Docks. It's good. Get lots of metal out there. No one ever goes. Okay. Fine. We're landing hot. Okay, objective. Land on weapon. Land on a weapon. Land on a weapon. Oh shit. People over there. Oh god. Now gonna be me versus whoever this person is. Okay. Alright. I'm here. 1, 2. Shotguns? Come on, give me a shotgun. Just a shotgun. Nice. I don't know, it's a very good shotgun, but it'll do. Prime shotgun. I don't know. I feel like these meds aren't going to be very helpful, actually. Okay, one of my people's down. Trying to bring him back, or are they just... Okay, cool. Thought they might have been trolling him. Where are they down? Okay. Whoa! Where am I getting? From behind, from behind. People, people! Get them, get them! I'll hide in this little bush. If I reboot, I think if I do that, it's faster. Alright, and as long as they stay alive, then I will come back. 8, 7, 6. Stay alive, guys. 3, 2, 1. I'm back. I'm back, baby. Oh, shit. Got fire babies down. Oh no, now 2 of them down. This isn't good news. Shh. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. Especially if I keep stopping like this. Okay, not far. Wow, that little pistol packed a punch. Stay away from me, I'm in a bush. Can't see me. Oh. Maybe I should have stayed in the bush. Stay alive, guys, stay alive. Eighth. Okay. Quick look at the shop. And then I'm going to finish for the day. I'm thinking that I'm gonna do the react tomorrow. Yeah, I have done 3.5 hours already. Like, I don't know what else I would want to, like, I could play more, but I don't really want to. I'm a bit tired. We can't really look at this emote because it's got copyright music. We can look at what she does, but I have no idea what the music is. I'm not too into this. I don't know. They're pretty cool, actually. Very old skins. And these older skins appeal to me more and more as time has gone on. Like, she's kind of cute. And I remember when she first came out, I was like, yuck. Yeah, it is a really interesting documentary. I'm thinking, like, tomorrow, I think I want to get it. I think I want to do it, like, sooner rather than later, rather than waiting till Thursday. And I'm thinking, like, maybe, like, starting around, what day is it tomorrow? Wednesday. So starting around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, perhaps Australian time. So I'll put a notice, a schedule in the schedule thing. So, and as I said, and I'll just delete it after the program, after the broadcast, so that it removes future weekly ones, just so that it's there for people that might be interested, that want to come and see it. It is a very interesting documentary. I found it quite eye-opening, and it is about something that not a lot of people know about, you know, like, so sort of an area that I wanted to make videos originally when I was younger, was covering sort of these things like Pine Gap and like Maralinga and stuff like that have occurred that people don't really know enough about, but a lot of people have covered a lot of these topics now, you know, like that there was like a meteor that like hit in Siberia and stuff like that are really curious kind of things from history. But there's a lot of stuff out there on those topics these days, but again, not much on Maralinga. And it is, like I said, it's a good one to watch because it has a lot of those first-hand accounts, whereas a doco made today isn't going to have interviews with those people because they're past, you know. And I remember it affected me a lot. This is a new skin. It came out a few days ago. For the Cuddle Bear fans. I think it's cute. I think I have one Cuddle Bear, like, team leader of these skins, because I'm not a big fan of them, but I got one that was like in a bundle with something else, and it's a pretty cute one. I think this one's actually pretty cute. I like the gummy thing. I like the bite out of her leg. I think that's pretty cute. And the gummy effect is pretty convincing. It's pretty cute. And this is a good little back bling. 1200. Bundle 15. The rat's pretty cute. It'd be better if you could change the colour. Whatever you want. I've never seen this guy. Maybe I have. Don't remember him. He has spikes on his arm. I do not recall this dude at all. Maybe he is new. Toy soldiers, they've been around for a long time. You might like to just have a check of these ones. Arumalo, the new bird set. They're quite funny. I love them. And if you take he's got like you can take his... And then a raven bird. It's pretty cool. I love the characters in this game and the art and just the way it's built. It's beautiful. The colours, the fun. Star Wars is in the shop. People that like Star Wars. I always liked being Princess Leia when I was young. And I used to do my hair like that. But I'm a Trekkie, not a Star Wars fan. Well, I'll watch Star Wars, but yeah, I haven't watched a lot of the newer movies. Silk Sonic. That's it. Iron Man. Peter Griffin. That's it. No, we've got Ghost Rider. Okay. Wow. There's still more. Okay. I don't recall ever seeing her either. She's pretty cool. Very generic, but good stealth skin. Saving those V-Bucks. Halloween's coming. They're gonna have some Halloween stuff. This is pretty cool. Oh, not that emote. The little drum set's pretty cool. But I don't buy any of those things. I'm sure I'll get enough of them over the time. I do get a lot of these, I get the music pass. So I'm sure eventually I'm just going to have such a huge collection of all those sort of instruments and stuff. This is interesting. I haven't seen this bundle for a while. That's why someone was wearing that today. I saw yesterday or something. I saw them. My mod's sticking around for a little while. I might play a ranked. Would you like me to play ranked? Would you be interested in that? I am getting tired though. But I wouldn't mind doing a ranked match and dying. Epic. Come on. Wait, they have a new way to access your library. This is pretty cool. I love that. Ranked. Here we go. Okay. No, I'm not going to sleep. I'm just tired, like, because I went and I did the gym before I started streaming, and I've been streaming for 3.5 hours, which is not that long, but you know. So, it's not that I'm tired. I'm keen to watch a movie. There was a movie that I wanted to. What's I gonna watch? I watched Ghostbusters last night, though. Ghostbusters Afterlife? No, that's the one I want to watch. I watched the new Ghostbusters. It was all right. It was all right. I kind of needed that light-hearted fun. I was doing my nails. See? I don't know how well they show up, but I got a new green that I thought I'd try because green's really difficult to get good coverage, and so I did that, and I watched Ghostbusters and did my nails. So, and it was okay. I don't know, is it a Paul Rudd or something was in it? And it had like Timothy Chalamet and a bunch of the original cast from Ghostbusters. So, and then went back to the old library from the very, very first movie. All right, I got to go find somewhere to hide because this is ranked. Not that I'm going to really hide. I'm going to go out here. I've got enough gold. I'm going to buy a character. Maybe I should get the medic. Yeah. Alright. If I die in 1 second, no, I'm going to go back in again if I die straight away. But if I get one decent match, then I'll end it at that. I have to go up in percentage on a little bit. Progress on the ranked scale. Person's not coming here. Stay away. My medic. Stay away, my friend. Always misses. Let's crack these. Okay. He's a great friend, but sometimes he gets in the way and doesn't get out of the way. Alright. I need to go get shelter somewhere because this is ranked and everybody's sweaty and professional and has actually good aim. Okay, Vera, let's go. Oh. Someone's been here. Someone is still here. Where? Oh. Okay. My heart's beating a little bit. Kinda need that. Oh! Who's shooting at my bro? Okay, I believe I can throw this Captain America. Oh, he's decided to. Poor dude, running like I should be. Now up here was some pretty funky stuff. I don't know what this stuff was. Oh, I really like those. What does this do? Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that. I think I'll like that better than that, actually. And I don't need meds if I've got the medic dude. Famous last words. Now what do these do? Uni-beam and a fire repulsor. Like maybe I should have that in there. Like that. And then go back and get like meds. Or the Captain America shield. There I can get. Okay. I'm not gonna risk it. Last time I took on the bots, I lost. I usually win, but... Oh, okay. Just standing up here being silly. Wow. How? How can it hit me so hard and I'm having so much trouble? Just let me get some shots in. Come on. Okay, fine. Let's see if we can find something. Okay. Hey, 21st in ranked. No bots in ranked. Yeah, there's bots in ranked. It's the competition, the cup. And we played the cup. And there's no bots and there's no cars and different things. Yeah, so. Oh no, that's all right. Look, I got gold too. I progressed. And that was the aim. I played a match. Woohoo! And I progressed. I even went up. I even went up to gold 3. So I'm like, no, gold 2. But I'm pretty close. I'm close. I want to get... What do I have to get this season? I got platinum last season. I've got to get to diamond this season. Do we think I could do it? Think I can do it? I mean, I went up quite a bit just then. Look, I got my gold umbrella. You need to log on and get your umbrella too. Okay. So, I'm going to leave it there today. Had a lot of fun. Tomorrow, I'll probably just do Fortnite, like after, like, because I want to come on and do that, come on and do the documentary react tomorrow. So, and you weren't here earlier, Mod, but I'm going to do a react tomorrow, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Australian time. Hopefully, maybe a little later, depends, but around that time tomorrow, to do a react to this very old documentary that's very cool called Australian Atomic Confessions. It goes for about 50 minutes. And so then after that, I'll do some Fortnite Save the World, because I'll have those missions possibly. If not, if I don't have any Fortnite Save the World missions, like if for whatever reason it's a no V-Buck day, I'll come in and I'll play a little bit of ranked, because I want to save my last American Truck Simulator for Friday. I'm going to have a bit of a party day on Friday. I'll probably do like a small amount of news. And then I want to just get into some cool gameplay, finish off the American Truck Simulator event. And I need to do a little bit of sightseeing in American Truck Simulator to get to the next town. So that'll be fun as well, because it's just a free drive. And then play some whatever, Fortnite or whatever on Fridays. So it'll be a bit more like relaxed and fun to go into the weekend, rather than watching the depressing documentary on the Friday before going into the weekend. But it's still a very good documentary, even though it's depressing. It is still a very good documentary. Okay. So we'll leave it there for today. Thank you so much for joining me, chatters. I really appreciate your company and your support, for coming in when you do, and hanging out with me. And so I will be back tomorrow to do a react, and then I'll take a break for the Thursday and come back on Friday for a fun evening. All right. Okay. So thank you so much for coming and joining me. I'm gonna like close Fortnite like I'm leaving the party. And I'm the one responsible for ending the stream and closing the party. Yes, thank you for coming, Horror Freak. And good night to you, or is it good morning for you? Because you were having breakfast last time. Good morning, good morning. Well, you have a good day. All right, have a ripper of a day. And okay, what do I do next? Okay, I go to the end scene. All right, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. It's been a lot of fun. Bye.